one of the biggest hits on my YouTube channel was this video called "Do Girls Like Guys Who Watch Anime?" Right? And for some reason, everybody just wanted to click on that because apparently they don't think girls like guys who are nerdy and into waifus and shit.
In the past, like 5 years.
We have evolved as a whole community, and we're getting a little bit more mainstream now, which I with.
Yeah.
Right? I made that video 5 years ago, and then within the past 5 years, it's like, yo, it's so much widely accepted now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, in your dating history, have you dated guys who are into anime?
I did have a guy say "believe it" in bed, and I almost punched him.
Oh.
I was like, "Are you serious?" It's like almost near the end. So it's almost like he wanted to come and say "believe it" at the same time, and it's like, I'm gonna believe it.
If you want to listen to this on any audio platform, the Spotify will be down below. Apple Podcasts, all of it will be down below.
I would say probably recently, it's like I said, more gaming, but I did date a guy in the past who was like super weeb, otaku, had waifus, all that stuff, super into that.
So he had, he was the guy who had all the anime posters in his room.
That boy played Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, the waifus on the walls, the pillows, etc. He was the literal textbook definition
of a weeb.
Of a weeb, yes.
Okay.
Yes. But he was not the best, so it turned me off a little bit.
Let's go down the list. Let's go down the list.
So like obviously with a little social problems, he's a little different. He had a hard time like talking to people and making like genuine conversation because people would feel like this is weird or like this is awkward or.
Were you just like go into every conversation talking about anime or like?
I mean, it's just, he didn't really know how to follow up, if that made sense. Like there's social cues that most people follow, and he would just he missed the mark a lot when it came to conversations, and jokes would run on for way too long, and then it just makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So that was like my experience back then, but I think nowadays, like I've noticed I have more positive experiences with men in the anime community.
Yeah.
Because like that was... Gosh, like 8 years ago?
Okay.
9 years ago?
Okay, that makes more sense.
So, like when they were first kind of emerging more into the cosplay community, they were a little different. But I feel like now it's a way different vibe.
Yeah, especially now there's a lot more, I say, casual anime watchers, right? Where it's like, okay, they don't have the anime posters in their room, but they could, talk about...
I think I'm casual a little bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then, I mean, when you initially met this guy, did you like step in his room and was like, wow, or was it just?
It was like strewn across everywhere. He didn't have the walls filled with it, but it had that typical gamer smell. I don't know how to explain it. The anime guy smell. There's one that kind of we all know. Anybody who's been to a cosplay convention kind of knows the smell. But now it's actually gender fluid, so it's actually guys and girls stink. So it's kind of it's perfect. It's a 50-50.
No. I recommend all genders.
Please wear
deodorant, perfume, cologne, scent.
Minimal effort. Even hand sanitizer. I'd rather you smell like alcohol than food. So
sometimes both. Sometimes
maybe
it's a mixture of just stenches from different.
I feel like that kind of comes with the social stuff though, because you're not used to going out.
Right.
So the social cues of, I guess, wearing deodorant and stuff doesn't really come through your mind, because not gonna lie, when I'm at home I be stinky. I'm like, who am I trying to impress? First of all, I live here. Second of all, nobody else is here. So,
and then the next day they just pop out to an anime convention.
Exactly.
So now, right, when you meet a guy, how important is like, I guess shared interests? Because I'm guessing, you're very into anime.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, for the most part, I have my passions.
Yeah. And obviously, you cosplay, so it's like, how important is, I guess, anime?
I would say it's important to an extent, because it's nice when you actually meet someone who doesn't know too much about anime, and you can introduce them all of your stuff, and they get passionate about it too.
Right.
Because shared experiences are nice.
Yeah.
But you gotta know some of it. I can't just go in blind, because if you only watch like TBS and your favorite thing is Big Bang Theory.
That's a cartoon.
No, TBS?
Don't even go there. Don't even hit the TBS and the PBS.
I'm saying if they watch the Big Bang Theory, we are not friends. I don't even like you, so I'm sorry.
What, you got something specifically against the Big Bang Theory?
I hate the
What's
Big
wrong
Bang
with Sheldon?
Theory. I hate Sheldon.
Sheldon
I hate
Cooper
all of them.
is the homie.
it's a terrible show. But the people who do like it are generally people I don't get along with. So, and I've met plenty of Big Bangers, so I don't want to call Big Bang Theories. So shared interests, I do think it is important to have minimal at least. You gotta have an introductory. So like if they haven't seen, let's say like Dragon Ball Z, you haven't seen one episode of Dragon Ball Z.
No, but here's the thing. Across the board, most guys, when they're like, you know, around 8, 9, have probably seen a couple episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
You would be surprised.
No.
You would be very surprised. Lately, there is a flood of bros that have been coming in who actually don't watch anime, and they just go to the parties and stuff.
Really?
Yes. Very common now. So that's one thing that most people are probably looking out for, is we're asking you these questions, and we want to make sure you like these things legitimately.
Yeah. You're not just a normie and a fraud.
Right. I've seen plenty of them. But, I mean, it's fine to be a normie and go in and want to learn, but when you're just a normie trying to get some tail, then you're weird.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Please, elaborate. Tell me. What?
I mean, I've been to so many con parties. There was, like, Dragon Con. I'm sure you know Dragon Con. They were just letting anybody go in there and go in the hotel party, and it's just all these random people.
Like, and frat bros?
Like, just legitimately, they looked like they just came out of the clubs.
Uh-huh.
Like, they still look like they had club attire on. I was like, okay. And they talk to you, and they just come up to you, and they just are complimenting you, and, you know, that's nice. So you ask them, you know, like, what do you watch? You know, like, are you excited for Dragon Con?
Right.
Nothing. They're like, oh, I don't know what that is. I just came in here. You just came in here? How did you even... First of all, how did you even get in? Second of all, why are you here?
Yeah.
And they're just there for tail. Like, that's legitimately it.
And I think shared you know, knowledge about anime is pretty important. It's not a requirement.
No.
Right? But sometimes when I ask a girl, like, oh, have you seen anime? And they say, like, oh, I've seen Spirited Away. Oof.
I mean, I do like Spirited Away, but it's like, have you seen all the Ghibli movies?
Right.
But I think that anime in general is, like, important, at least for me, in terms of dating.
Yeah.
Because it's like weird if they, like, make fun of you for it too. I don't like that.
Oh.
They're like, I don't watch cartoons. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
I've had that. And that is a genuine turnoff if they actually, like,
super red flag,
start attacking you for your preferences. Like, hold on.
You're like, okay, if you attack me for, like, maybe I like a minivan. Okay, yeah, I would attack me too. That's a little weird.
Wait, hold on.
I'm saying, like, I just went outlandish, but, you know, like, those type of things.
Yeah.
That's how weird it is to me to be so, like, judgmental or something so silly, you know?
Yeah.
So
personally, I think sometimes it's really dope if they have, like, a shared, like, genre that I'm into.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm really into, like, fucked up anime.
I don't like rom-coms, so...
No.
Shoujo.
No, none of that slice of life isn't my cup of tea, you know?
Yeah. The closest I'll get is, like, it has to be super girly. Like, if you're gonna go and be girly, it has to be extreme. Like Sailor Moon, Tokyo Mew Mew.
What, Sailor Moon is it super girly? Like,
the main character is all about love and food. Like, literally, I mean, they have fighting, but
some of the fight
generally
scenes,
speaking, at the end of the day, it's a... Inuyasha could even be considered a rom-com.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit, man.
The amount of love interest in that is so silly.
Yeah, well, you know, who doesn't love Kagome? You know.
I mean, she's 14. That's kind of weird.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
You mean Kikyo?
Can we fact check this?
My bad.
Wait, hold on. Can we fact check this? Is she actually 14?
Lucky for you, in season the new series, she is an adult and they have kids.
No. See, that's exactly.
That's the one you meant. Right.
Yes.
Right. We're not gonna My Dress Up Darling this. You're fine.
They are really drawing her. Oh man, that's the one pet peeve I have about anime, right? It's like sometimes the way that they draw some characters, it's like, yo, make them at least 18.
Sussy.
Wait,
very
me?
sus.
Me?
No, the characters are sus. The authors are sus. But anyways, yes, anime is very important. It's important to have a shared genre, I feel like.
Right.
Because like I said, if they can roll it up to you with a rom-com, it's like, oh god, okay.
Yeah. It's like the personality types might not even be,
They might cry a lot. I feel like that's going to be a crier. I know it might be an emotional roller coaster. I don't know if I'm ready for all that.
Yeah. Maybe kind of, you know, probably needy.
Just a little needy. Bit. Yeah, and that's preference. Some people really like that. I would be kind of annoyed by that, but that's a preference. It's a preference.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But listen, if you into some, you know,
if you're into murder, I might like you.
Oh.
Yes. The murder animes.
The murder animes.
Case closed.
But if you're into, say, you know, the Demon Slayers, Attack on Titans, the Code Geass, now you might exude some main character energy.
There you go.
Right? You might be your own man. You're independent, right?
Are you like?
What? Am I insinuating that I'm?
Yeah, are you insinuating?
Yeah,
okay. He's got main character energy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am.
I feel that.
That's why, like, Code Geass, I feel like, you know, that's one of my favorite animes. Yeah, you know, Code Geass, like, the main, Lelouch, right? He was like, he sees himself as a fucking, as a king, as a god, right?
I mean, that's fine. It's good.
It's good.
You should worship yourself.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
And I think a lot of these animes give guys also, like, the confidence to be able to do things in their own life.
I think so. Yeah, especially lately. Like, you know, My Hero had Deku coming out being the nerdiest nerd boy.
Yeah.
And then just total badass later on. Like, that's good. I feel like maybe that's where the dating stuff is coming into the con community, because these guys are watching these animes and they're like, I have the courage. Right. I can do this now.
Right. And it's like, now it's like the metaphor is like, oh, I'm going through my own training arc.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't like the villain arc, because you usually do a lot of stupid stuff during that.
Yeah. No, you become toxic in the villain arc. You start ghosting people that,
and
you know,
rude arc. It's the rude arc is what it is.
Have you gone through your own villain arc?
I think I did over a bad breakup. Yeah, I was like, I hate all of you.
All men.
No, all the people I used to talk to. Also, most men are trash. We don't want to trigger anybody. Come on. Sheesh.
Well, I appreciate that.
You know,
yeah.
Be careful.